Hey there, guys. I'm Cody Mayo, and today we're not doing a review on a cigar or any tips or tricks like that. No, today I'm gonna show to you a new cutter I just got. It is by Colibri. It is a V cut, and compared to one other V cutter that I had before, this one is actually better in my opinion. So I'm gonna show you the box, the cutter, and most importantly, how good it cuts. So, without any further ado, here's what the box looks like. Very nice, just plain black box. Nothing too special about the box. Has the name right there of the company for the cutter, which is Colibri, in silver letters. So nothing too fancy, which is fine. I don't usually buy cigar cutters and stuff that has really fancy boxes anyways. But if you like that, good for you. If not, good for you. Because I really don't care on the way the box looks as long as the cutter itself performs to a top quality for the price that I'm paying for the cutter. This cutter right here was about $39, $40 after taxes, all that. It has a nice magnetic flap here so you can just fold it over and just stick it to the bottom of the case like that, so it's like not up in like the way and all that. On the inside of the box itself, it's like a beige, almost felt like material, but nothing too fancy at all. Now, the cutter I went with, they had a couple different options, which was like black and silver bottoms and tops, but I went with the black on black because I just think it looks more slick and more fancy, I guess you could say. But yeah, moving on to the cutter itself. It is a V-style cutter. Very nice, thick, heavy design. There's the back of it. You can see right there the inside of the V cutter. That's so your cap portion of the cigar that you cut off can fall out the bottom, no problems with that. Of course, with the V cutters, the one thing you have to be careful of is right there on the inside towards the bottom. If you're cutting from a top angle down like that, you can sometimes build up leftover material inside of the casing, which will actually hurt the performance of your cutter. Cool thing about this is it has these easy to remove screws. I'm not going to do it anytime soon, but if you're willing to risk it, you can always open it up and clean it out. I wouldn't recommend it, to be honest, but hey, what you gonna do, right? So, it has a very smooth opening on it, nice spring action, has a round lever here, you just push it down and it pops open. Gives you a nice wide angle there to cut your cigars with. Let's see. I will demonstrate it on this cigar right here. So far, I've been enjoying this cutter that I got recently. It is by far one of the best V cutters that I've had. The other one I had was pretty nice. It was by Zycar, but I don't know what happened to it. So I'm like, I need a new V cutter. So that's why I got it. So a cigar like this size right here has no problem fitting into the cutter itself because it has that wide angle mouth there. So you just put it in and you squeeze down like that. Nice, smooth like butter. I tell you what, it has a really easy push down on the action there, and it slices through it like no one else's business. Like I said before, you can see that the back half of the cap there came straight out. Nothing to worry about having to reopen it or anything to get the remains out. With some V cutters you have to do that. With this one it just falls out nice and simple. So yeah, I'm gonna check out that cut, nice and deep. You don't see that with a lot of V cutters, but with this one it's a nice and deep cut in the bottom of it. So you can be able to smoke your cigar without getting a bunch of tobacco and stuff in your mouth. And let's face it, nobody likes it when they get tobacco in the mouth straight from the cigar itself. Because with some cuts, like the straight cut, like your standard cut or whatever, you cut off the back part of the cigar, and sometimes you can still get pieces of tobacco from the cigar like that. With this, with a V cut, I've never had that problem. Unless if I like botched the way I cut the cigar, which has happened because it happens to everybody. But other than that, no problems right there. And like I said before, it has some good weight to it. It's like a really smooth finish to this cutter. It just almost feels like silk, which is kind of interesting right there. The action right there pops up on the springs and all that with these two different side spring mounts, almost like hydraulics kind of. So yeah, if you want a good V cutter and you don't mind spending $40 to $50, depending on like the place you buy it from and all that, this right here is a good cutter to get, and I would recommend it for anybody who wants to have a good V cutter. So check out Colibri V cutters. Check out the line because they have a lot of nice cutters and lighters and stuff like that. So that does it for today. Please like and subscribe down below. On top of that, please comment as well. Suggest different cutters, different brands, lighters, cigars, anything like that you would like me to review in the future. And as always, stay smoky.